Welcome boys and girls from YouTube. My name is Sloth, this is Slothforge, and thanks a lot for stopping by. In today's video, it is once again time for a sweet short pull session. Probably one of the most awaited banners of this season, the Rook banner. So yeah, and we will do what most people do right now, we go for Rook. But first, there are a couple of things I want to talk about just real quick. If you are free to play, things changed. I'm not entirely sure if this was always the case, because I think this changed actually within Season 3. Those banners, the first 3 banners, the Select and Summons 1, 2 and 3 banner, they have a very good upside that you only have 2 elements available. However, there is also a very big downside, which I'm not entirely sure if this was always the case or if this changed in the later seasons. But you cannot get the what do we call them? Not the rarer support heroes. As you can see, you cannot get a Fallujah, also can we not get Ergander from this banner. So I would no longer recommend to pull on those banners if you are free to play, because the upcoming banners, which is very comparable, is this one here. And here we have first a little better rate. We have 0.5% better ratios, which is good, absolutely. Also, do we have access to the support exclusive heroes like Varenga, Electrivia and so on, which is also a very big argument. And then also can we pull the rarer support heroes like Zephy, Fallujah, Malak and so on. And those are 3 reasons why I would absolutely recommend, if you are free to play, to not pull on those first banners, but to wait for the premium summons banners and not the selected summons banners. The only big upside of those banners is that you have only 2 elements, which is okay-ish, but honestly, now if I could choose, I would summon twice on this banner instead of 1 and 1, okay? However, that's it. This is just my input. I'm not entirely sure if this was always the case. Honestly, I don't think so, but it could be possible. Sometimes I just overlook some crucial important things like this. However, just, yeah, to give you a real quick update. But now, let's get into this. 300 dice for Rook. I'm very, very, very looking forward for today. I always wanted Rook. Oh, and we start directly with a Legendary, which is always cool, isn't it? But yeah, I always wanted Rook on the older version of the game. Also, first because of course, he's extremely strong and extremely, Whisk, extremely strong, absolutely dominating. But he's also a rat, and I love those rats. So I'm also honestly very happy with Whisk. The more Whisks, the better. Okay, but let's have a look what we can also get. No Legendary here. There are no epics that I'm missing, so we absolutely do not care for them. We only care for the Legendaries. We have to actually buy some dice, because I have not enough right now, which is absolutely fine, because I have more than enough Worm Arrow. Okay, so here comes the guaranteed one. Yes? No? Okay. Seems I also forgot how to count, but now it's the guaranteed one, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Yeah, there are many good heroes that we absolutely need. Sacredea and Whisk, we absolutely love them. Also, of course, Trollgar and, yeah, most of those damage dealers. Vikana, now, this is absolutely a bad hero for me. In general, a very strong hero, a very, very strong hero with an amazing passive, reducing the interval by 2 seconds. From a 5 seconds down to 2 is very great. Now, why I'm absolutely not happy with her is because I already have her at Inspiration 5. So, no big need for her, but I can use her soul for something else, which is absolutely fine. But she is no Rook. Can we get a Rook? A Lucian, okay. I think Lucian is also very strong. He is not new for me, obviously, and I don't have him at Inspiration 5, so I take it. But he's mainly for PvP. I never really saw him in any dungeon areas, so of course, if you have no other heroes, try him. But in PvP is the area where he actually performs very good. So, very good pull, honestly. Just in general, is this banner a very cool banner, and the combination of ice and frost, something ice and frost, sorry, ice and poison, something I very, very like. As I said, poison is one of my favorite elements, and also do I enjoy Ice Blast quite a lot. Also, of course, because I have Inspiration 1 Baldel, I would love an Inspiration 2 Baldel, because the second inspiration on Baldel is huge. It's a very, very big boost. In general, all those level 2 inspirations have quite a good impact. Let's have a look what we can get. Alphanarcy. Well, I think he's okay. He's absolutely decent for PvP. And I saw him a lot of times actually in... He's a tank. I saw him a lot of times in the Blade Colosseum, where people used him. Of course, you have to use him because you have to use whatever you have on the Blade Colosseum. But I saw a lot of people being very successful with Alphanarcy, so I would not sleep on him, especially if you miss on a tank, like a frost tank. You should definitely give him a try. But if you have the choice between him and Lucian, I mean, okay, those are different characters, so just scratch what I wanted to say. Okay, so now let's have a look. We need another 80 dice. So here's 72, please. And then we go for Rook. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm honestly very hyped for Rook. Because, yeah, even though the pull session, apart from that, was not too good, until now at least. But it's absolutely fine. Had some very good streaks lately, and even though the last session was also not too great, it was absolutely decent. Oh, a double pull. Trollgar, very cool. I very like Trollgar. He is very, very strong for many Frost teams, not only for PvP. He just in general helps Frost because he ramps up the damage a little bit. Another Lucian, okay. And he's just so cool. I really like Trollgar because with his leaps and his AoE damage on the basic attacks, he's a very, very cool character. Another legendary. Did I see this right? Another very, very cool character. And yeah, Trollgar. And now, I had a feeling that we get a Rook now, but it's an Irion, which is absolutely also very cool actually, because I have him at Inspiration 4, and therefore now at 5. If we get no legendary in the next 40 pulls, then we go for one more temple, because yeah, it smells like pity to me. So let's get the other 30 dice, go for them, and then call it a day. Go for Rook. Yeah, okay, it looks like we... Okay, perfect. We finished with a legendary. That's ideal. Can we get a Rook maybe? An exclusive? Maybe a Rook, so we can finish with a double Rook? Would be very, very, very cool. And... Sacredea. Okay. Actually, still kind of a very successful session in my opinion. I mean, the polls were not too overwhelming, but yeah, some of the most overwhelming non-exclusive characters are not available from this banner. A Fallujah would have been great for my account, because every single inspiration on Fallujah helps quite a lot. Same with Ergander or Malak. I would also have loved those characters actually, especially Malak. I really like Malak, and he's a very, very strong character for PvP. So those would have been the more exciting pulls from the non-exclusive category. But yeah, they are not available. So this is why those banners now, they feel not so rewarding. Of course, now if you get an early exclusive, then it's another story. Then this is extremely rewarding, of course. But well, let's get into this. I'm kind of tempted to go for Lothar sooner or later, because I still don't have his artifact. But for now, we go with Rook. Oh man, I've been looking forward for this day for for ages. It feels like ages. Oh, he's so cool. I really like rats in general, and the rats here in Dragonheir, most of them rats perform so good and they're so strong. Also looking at Zephy, for example, such a unique and strong character, and then we have the alpha rat sitting on, I don't know, it's another rat or ratty horse, I don't know, but definitely a very cool character design. I can see that some people don't like Rook because they don't like rats, but well, from a character design perspective, such a cool hero. However, that's it for today. Thank you very much for stopping by. I really hope that you had good luck on your summoning session, and let me know if you had some extraordinary luck or so. That's it for today. See you in the next one.